If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. It's the kind of NFL bombshell that makes you do a double take. You hear it once and think, nah, can't be right. But then it pops up again and again, and the reality sets in. Josh Allen is no longer a Buffalo Bill. That's right, folks. After years of carrying the hopes of Bill's Mafia on his broad shoulders, Allen is heading to a brand new destination. And not just any team, he's now the new quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. This is one of those seismic shifts that doesn't just change one team, it sends shockwaves across the entire NFL landscape. Fans are stunned, analysts are scrambling, and social media? Oh, it's melting down. Because when a franchise quarterback, a legit MVP caliber guy, leaves the only team he's ever played for, it's not just a transaction. It's a full-on turning point. Now let's talk about what this means for Buffalo, because for the past few seasons, Josh Allen was the Buffalo Bills. He wasn't just their quarterback. He was their identity, their swagger, their shot at greatness. Since being drafted 7th overall in 2018, Allen transformed from a raw gunslinger out of Wyoming into one of the most dangerous dual-threat QBs in the league. His arm, cannon, his legs, bulldozer. His connection with Stephon Diggs, magic at least for a while. Allen took the Bills to the playoffs multiple times, had them knocking on the door of the Super Bowl, and made Orchard Park one of the hardest places to play in football. So now, with Allen gone, the Bills aren't just facing a rebuild, they're staring down a total identity crisis. Who are the Bills without Josh Allen? That's the question haunting Western New York right now. But let's pivot to Cleveland, because that's where the story turns wild. The Browns have been desperate for stability at quarterback for what feels like forever. We're talking decades of cycling through passers, broken dreams, and quarterback jersey memes that stretch down to the floor. And now, in one move, they've landed one of the top quarterbacks in the league. It's bold, it's risky, but man, it could change everything. Imagine Josh Allen behind that Browns offensive line, throwing to Amari Cooper, working with a strong run game, and paired with one of the nastiest defenses in the NFL. It's the kind of setup that could instantly elevate Cleveland into serious contender status. The Browns weren't just looking for a quarterback, they were looking for a savior. And in Josh Allen, they just might have found one. The deal itself? Oh, it's massive. Details are still trickling in, but early reports suggest that the Browns gave up a king's ransom. We're talking multiple first-round picks, a couple of starters, and maybe even more under the hood. And honestly, how could it be any less? Josh Allen isn't just a guy you plug into your offense, he becomes your offense. The Browns had to go all in, and they did. General Manager Andrew Berry clearly believes that this is the move that can take them over the top. After years of roster building, drafting smart, and investing in elite defenders like Myles Garrett, Cleveland just swung for the fences. It's risky business, no doubt. But when you've been wandering the quarterback desert as long as the Browns have, you don't think twice when you see an oasis. You dive in head first. Josh Allen's reaction? Classic Josh. Cool, composed, and full of class in a heartfelt post to Bills fans. He thanked the organization, his teammates, the coaches, and especially the fans. He called Buffalo home and said he'll always carry the city with him. And honestly, you could feel the emotion behind every word. Say what you will about Allen's sometimes chaotic play style, but the dude gave everything to that franchise. He played hurt. He fought through adversity. He turned a cold underdog franchise into one of the most feared teams in the AFC. And now he gets to take all that fire, all that experience, and start a new chapter in Cleveland. A chapter that Browns fans are hoping ends with confetti and Lombardi trophies, not heartbreak. From a football perspective, this is fascinating. Kevin Stefanski now gets to rework his entire offensive playbook with a true elite quarterback at the helm. No more managing the game. No more quarterback controversies. No more holding your breath on 3rd and long. With Allen, the Browns can stretch the field vertically, dominate with play action, and create nightmares for defenses who now have to pick their poison. Stack the box. Allen will torch you deep. Play soft. He'll scramble for 20 yards and a first down. It's the kind of weapon Cleveland has never truly had in the modern era. and you better believe Stefanski is already drawing up plays in his sleep. The AFC North just became the wildest division in football. And Allen versus Burrow, Allen versus Lamar, those are now primetime must-watch matchups. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Of course, not everyone is celebrating. Bills fans are in mourning. This was their guy, their hero, the quarterback who stiff-armed defenders into the dirt, hurdled linebackers, and made them believe that the Super Bowl dream wasn't just a fantasy. And now he's gone. There's also the awkward truth that the Bills never quite got over the hump during Allen's time. That heartbreaking loss to the Chiefs in the divisional round, the playoff flameouts, the blown chances, they all feel heavier now. Was this the window closing? Did they peak and miss their shot? It's a brutal reality, but one that Buffalo now has to face. And without Allen, the climb back to the top just got a whole lot steeper. Back in Cleveland, though, it's nothing but excitement. Browns fans are buzzing like they haven't in years. There's real hope, real belief. And maybe, for the first time since the days of Bernie Kosar, they have a quarterback who isn't just good enough to win, but good enough to dominate. Josh Allen brings star power, playoff experience, and a mindset that fits perfectly with the gritty underdog spirit of the city. Cleveland's defense already has the pieces to be elite. Now the offense can match. And let's not forget, the AFC isn't getting any easier. Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Herbert, it's a gauntlet. The Browns knew they couldn't sit back and wait. They had to make a move. And they made the move. What comes next is anyone's guess. Will Allen thrive in Cleveland? Will the Bills bounce back with a new quarterback and a new direction? Will this trade go down as a stroke of genius or a colossal mistake for one side? That's the beauty of the NFL. Nothing is guaranteed. But one thing's for sure, this changes everything from playoff predictions to power rankings to fantasy. Football drafts, Josh Allen in brown and orange resets the board. It's a rare moment where history splits into before and after. And as fans, we get to sit back, buckle up, and watch the fireworks. This isn't just another trade. This is the kind of move that defines legacies. So, Browns fans, are you ready? Because the future just walked through the door, and his name is Josh Allen. And to Bills Mafia, keep your heads high. You had a quarterback who gave you everything he had every single Sunday. That doesn't vanish with a trade. That stays in the stories, in the memories, in the heart of a fan base that deserved greatness. And maybe, just maybe, both sides walk away from this with something they didn't have before. Cleveland gets their franchise quarterback. Buffalo gets a chance to redefine itself. And we all get one hell of a story to watch unfold. Football, man, it never sleeps. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you like the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!